Okay, this is your buddy Jim. This is Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, and this is Slop in a Shop. So what I want you to do is sit back, find your easy chair, your cold beverage, or hot coffee, depending on what kind of the day it is. Sit back, bring up that widescreen if you've got it, and gather around the screen and watch the pigs being fed. I've actually got a little machining and some projects and a road trip in this one for you. So with no further ado, let's sit back, enjoy, and I'll tell you bye at the end. We will talk to you later. Enjoy the video. I'm gonna reshoot this. This is come today. The brown truck hath arrived, and this is the nose and tail pieces for my race car. It's the blue nose and blue tail. So with all that being said, here we go. This is something I picked up today. A friend of mine who's actually helps us with the race car, his son drives a race car. And I was over there the other day looking for some stuff for some projects. And he had about 4 engine stands laying around. He gave me one. This is going to be the stand for our tire cleaning and buffing machine that we're going to be making. You're going to see all the machine work that goes into this. These machines are available on the market for about $1,000, $1,200. I got a free engine stand and a $35 eBay motor, and I'm going to machine the rest of it. It's a piece of roll cage tubing, and I'm going to use that somewhere in the construction of this. I haven't decided, but right here is another project that I've got myself talked into, and you can already see there's some cutting been done on this ring gear. What this is a ring gear out of a Mustang rear end, and the thing is, I've experimented trying to figure a way to hold it in my lathe, and I held it this way, but it's the swing of it and the tooling, I really rather turn it around this way, so I've got to figure out another way to hold it because of this taper. Before I did that, I took some light cuts with the tool I had and seen I could cut this. We want to go in here and cut a little bit of material out of this to lighten this. I'm going to do this gear, even though it's a used one and it's damaged. If you can see this, it's chewed up, so we could see how to make it work. There's people do it. My problem is, it's not that I don't have the inserts. My lathe, I really need a bigger lathe. It'd be simpler, but I can adapt. I can't do no bigger than this. I'd like to be able to do big ring gears like in my car, but I'm not going to be able to do it. So you're going to be seeing me figure out how to adapt this somewhere along the way. Maybe not today, but I've got to figure this out, so I can go ahead and get this one cut as an experiment. Folks, this is our refrigerator in the house, and I've got to make a trip today. You see this right here? Diet Mountain, caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew. For some reason, we can't get these things locally, so we got to go make a road trip. So this morning, we're going to get in the old gray car, head to Mooresville, North Carolina, and get some Diet Mountain Dew. Good morning. You heard me say what we're doing. I grabbed me a Diet Pepsi. This week we haven't been in the shop a lot. Main reason is, quite frankly, several personal things that's going on. One, I've had some dental issues. I had a tooth to chip, stuff like that. So, and I had some doctor appointments first of the week. So I've been kind of busy just doing things that retired people do besides machining. So here's where we're at. We're getting in the old gray car and we're heading to Mooresville. I'll give you, maybe take some pictures along the way so you can see, you know, maybe some different country. Mooresville's known for racing parts, so hopefully you'll get to see that. Hey folks, this is what I drove to this Publix in Mooresville, North Carolina to get for Chris. So guess what? Now, back to the house. See, all I'm gonna need is 2 bolts. I'm just using 1/2 inch. I mean, if the 1/2 inch stud doesn't work like I want it to, threaded, this is what I'm doing, drilling a drill hole for a half 13. If that don't work, I'll make me a bigger piece to chuck in the lathe and more or less drill it with a 1/2 inch and Loctite it and all that. But my bigger concern is probably the fixture turning into lathe more than it is anything else. I'm not planning on taking such aggressive cuts that I don't think that I can't get by with it, because this is just, but you know, there's going to be a lot of force, and it may be better to do something else, but I don't want to get into a lot of welding and mess, and I'm just trying to use stuff I've got to make this work. Let's see what we can do with the, I hope this will bite and not turn. There we go. Now we got a center. This way I can strut it up on the arbor and put a nut behind it maybe. And tighten it up or whatever. We'll see. Okay, this is going to be the bolt holes. I'm only going to use 2 bolts. And that way I'm giving myself a little clearance. And we're going to actually, so the sides of this will be flat, and so this is just a standard little half. This is a clearance, which works out that I measure everything to about a 1/2 inch. Then we'll go over here to the other side, drill the other hole. The key to this is taking light passes. That's what we're doing, taking light passes, just working it down. All we're doing is going to make this a semi-round object as far as the outside. Don't want to take much at a time, no more than 20, 30, maybe 40 thousandths a cut, because you've got a lot of twist action even with this aluminum. If you see me do this on plastic, this works really well too. And then again, I'm working with material I got, so I'm looking to make sure that I'm seeing how this is just sort of having to run it slow. I'll cut down on my cut, so I think that's getting a little too aggressive. It's going to mount into lathe, and the reason behind this is this way, and I'll show you. Let me put this thing in a gear, because I've got it in between them here, and start the spindle up and show you what we got. Now I'm still got to do some indicating. There's a little run out, that's why I went ahead and put slots in it so I can indicate that. But really what we're going to do here is we're trying to design this to make us, to be able to indicate it in, then we turn the back off of it. My lathe just don't have the swing to hold it any other way. Okay, this is, the reason I made it the way I did, now I can indicate it. So you see now, I can indicate this thing to where exactly I want it. And I've got it within a couple of thousandths, which is good enough to light. And this is I can back and pedal with it and get it a little closer, but this is more of a proof of concept. So now I'll start the machining on this gear, which will be a separate video. One of the things we discovered is we've got to run a slow speed, and basically this is as slow as my lathe will go, and just take light cuts, no more than 10 thousandths per side, maybe 20 thousandths off, just to try to get a and the closer you get up to the back end, then it starts to chatter. I'm going to move this gear down to a certain place. I haven't got a size in mind. I'm thinking I'm going to cut it down to the chamfer and take it over to the guy and let him look at it and see what he thinks. Since this is not one we're going to run, it's not really going to matter. I did put this thing in and indicate there's going to be some face run out, which is not going to be a big issue. And this one's alright. Let me go about a little bit right there. Let's see if we can get a cut for you. I do have some CBNs, but it would be really expensive to do this with CBN, and I just don't think it would be viable. If I could get it with carbide, it would be a lot better. I'm trying to remove it. Probably what I'll do is just back off, stay out of it. When it starts chattering, just try not to be as aggressive down in that corner. And then just kind of make it blend a little better. You kind of got to basically almost hand feed it out. You got a lot of tool pressure with this too. Get down to the end, we'll probably take some really just basically spring passes. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to cut this down to where this chamfer is, and I'm going to send it back for his experiment and see how he likes it. And I can go smaller, but this is proof I can do it. All right, now you can see how much we've removed out of this corner right here where my hand is. This should give a good bit of lightning to the whole project. You can buy the larger gears lightened, but these are a little harder to get them across because they're basically come out of a stock Mustang. So that's what we got here, and it's what this whole project's been about, trying to get to doing that. So we'll just do it again. Hey, this is Jim, and I hope you enjoyed Slop in the Shop for this week. If you stopped by this video today and not a subscriber, please consider being one. It's not necessary. I mean, if you just want to stop by occasionally and visit, that's fine, cool, and well, good too. However, we're trying to get to the 1K mark, and we're really close. We're only like about 8 individuals as when the last time I looked before I made this video. So it would be great and wonderful if we could have 8 more members of the family. As I always remind you, subscribing to any YouTube channel is painless. And it's also, nobody's going to come bother you and all these things that we get bothered in the world. The other thing is, yes, I want you to come by and watch my videos, and I want you to subscribe. I appreciate it. But I know myself, there's a lot of content out there, and even my subscribed channels, that sometimes I just don't have time or just doesn't interest me. Don't let that deter you from being a subscriber. You can pick and choose your videos that you want to watch. Also, comments are always welcome. There's some stuff in this one that might be good comment food. Hope you kind of ask questions. Sometimes you like to ask why I do stuff. That's fine too. It's all part of YouTube. With all that being said, let's just get to the chase. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This videos is the ones that I always cut down to 2 a week because I've been busy, and quite frankly, I don't want to overload you. Now, I think part of my problem is I've tried to put out too much content too quick. So, with that being said, we will see you after this video, and the next one will be Friday. And then next week we'll have other videos for you. Usually on Wednesdays is when I come by with these kind of vlog videos. So with all that being said, I hope you have a great day. Oil cups are still available. Please send me an email with your address. If you just put the comments, I want an oil cup, I can't virtually send it through the comments. You got to give me an address, so email me. That way I can get that address and get that oil cup out to you. No further ado, I hope you have a great week, great weekend coming up, and we will see you in that next video. Thank you so much for stopping by.